we've got Lauren Hampshire, and she's the owner and founder of the Milky tea company. Hello, Lauren. The company was founded by a mum of two who struggled to find practical, comfortable, and stylish clothes to breastfeed in, so she decided to design her own. With the help of her mum-in-law, who's a midwife, she created the Milky Tea, a t-shirt with hidden zips at each side to allow easy access for breastfeeding or expressing.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello. By the way, I think it's hilarious. She said I look glamorous because I'm in leggings. It's like I'm not. I'm literally all I've lived in for the last 6 weeks or however long it's been is pretty much leggings and t-shirts. So definitely not bringing glam.
Okay. Ben wants to know where you got your couch and where you got your cushion.
Oh, the important stuff.
Indeed.
The couch, I don't know, was the Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen range from somewhere. I think like Berry or something. And the cushions are from Next. So there we go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Ben,
and you could
tell your other half. There you
please provide me with the catalogue links a little bit later on down the line. Oh, crikey.
Okay. Lauren, Ben says that there's a fascinating story behind your business, and I'm inclined to agree. So why don't you tell us a bit about it for our little viewers?
Okay. Well, my background really is actually originally as a broadcast journalist. So I wasn't really thinking about starting a business. I was working at ITN in London. And then I had my second daughter and basically was just really struggling to find anything to wear for breastfeeding. And I couldn't believe that in 2016, when she was born, there was still so little out there for, breastfeeding mums. And my children are coming in. Oh, perfect timing. Dressed as witches. Anyway, sorry.
Brilliant.
Sorry if there's disturbance.
No problem.
But yeah, I just thought, I couldn't believe in 2016 there was such a lack of clothing for breastfeeding mums that looked like normal clothes. And girls, sorry, can you close this? Sorry, they're chatting away over there. That looked like normal clothes. So I had an idea basically of putting zips in a t-shirt. So I'm wearing one now, so it's just made to look like a normal t-shirt, but there's a zip here and here. They're sort of designed to look like seams, so you really wouldn't know, but you can just pull the zip down, pull it across, and breastfeed. So yeah, I kind of didn't really plan to have a business. I originally planned to make one just for me to wear. So with the help of my mum-in-law, who is both a midwife and a seamstress, so a really good mum-in-law. She helped me. I basically ordered a t-shirt pattern. I ordered material. I ordered zips, and I created the first one. It took a while to get the design right, because I tried it sort of right round at the side seam, and it didn't work. So it took quite a while to develop the design. But yeah, originally it was just for me to use, and then I thought, well, lots of other mums could get use out of that. So then I launched the business 2 years ago.
Brilliant. I like some of the slogans on there. I was just looking through the website. What are some of your favourite ones you've got on there?
I love the coffee and concealer one. That's one of our faves. I was wanting to wear that for this broadcast, but I think I wore it the other day, so it's in the wash. I'm wearing our mother one today. I like on our sweatshirts we have tired is the new black, which I like.
Right.
Sort of, because as a new mum, it is the trend. Being tired is the new thing.
Yeah.
And chaos coordinator. So I try and think of things with the slogans that are mum related, but not blatantly like breastfeeding, but just things you can wear even after you finish feeding, but all have a little sort of connection to motherhood.
Yeah, I really like it. So you just come up with those by yourself, or do you have like a few people that you can chat to come up with ideas and brainstorm?
Well, yeah, generally I come up with a few of them myself, but I've run a couple of competitions. So Chaos Coordinator was a competition with some of our customers or our social media followers. So we ran a competition for that one. And sometimes it's our Twinning at Life one. It was a twin mum, because a lot of twin mums buy our t-shirts because of the double zips. Makes it easy to tandem feed. So a twin mum contacted me and said, "Oh, I love your t-shirts. You should do one for twin mums," and she came up with this slogan, "Twinning at Life." So we now do a Twinning at Life one. So yeah, it can be customers, it can be a competition. Sometimes friends will suggest one. So yeah, it's a whole range really.
Cool, love it. Obviously, we've got a bit of a situation going on in the world at the moment.
Really?
Don't be heard. So clearly, your products, the demand for them isn't going to change, but how is your ability to deliver? How have you had to adapt?
Well, luckily, sorry. Hello, sweetheart.
That's all right.
You've lost a what?
I love being live. This is
Oh,
the
no,
best
I'm
thing
so
ever.
sorry. They've been so good for the first half hour. Now they're like giving up. No,
So
I'm
good.
over my boy. Ben, do you
Yeah.
want to go around? Should we
Shall I
just-
go get Mila? We could just have a big family gathering. We could have like a tea
I
party.
know what we're
Yeah.
doing. This is actually the my daughter that inspired the t-shirt. So
Oh.
this is
Ah.
Sienna, who's dressed as Tinkerbell, so she can join me.
She's the real founder of the company. There's the real CEO.
There you go.
It's because she literally was pretty much attached to my boob for like the first 6 months of her life. So yeah.
Oh,
because of her.
bless her.
Okay,
She's
well,
looking very pretty as well. I was going to wear that dress. It's a good job I didn't.
I did hear you were in a dress earlier.
Yeah,
So.
I nearly did. Why has this whole show turned into me wearing dresses? I don't seem to. I don't even know how this started.
One day you're going to have to wear one. I want
Yeah,
to
well,
that, so.
It'll be challenge Ben.
There we
By the
go.
way, Jack, I've completely forgotten what you asked because I've now been distracted by children and thoughts of Ben in a dress.
That's all right. So have I. I've completely forgotten as well. Should we just
What are we talking
talk about
about?
Ben's dress?
I think it was about adapting, wasn't it? Adapting.
It was.
Oh yes,
Obviously-
of course, the current
obviously
situation.
The demand hasn't changed, but how have you had to adapt in order to deliver your products?
I must say I've been really, really lucky in that my business hasn't had to change too much in terms of the model of how it was beforehand, because I generally work from home anyway. So I've been based at home most of the time before coronavirus. And I have a lovely fulfillment manager, Kaylee, who we have a warehouse up in Sittingbourne. And so she has been able to continue to fulfill all the orders. So I deal with all the website stuff, social media, all of that, replying to emails from my house. And then she deals with all the packaging and sending out. So it means that we're able to social distance, but yeah, still able to continue. It's actually been working really well. The biggest issue we've had is that Royal Mail themselves have been a bit slower. So some of our post has taken longer to get out there, so we're still sending on the day that we get them generally, but
Right.
there were a few delays with Royal Mail, but everyone's been so lovely. Like anyone who has contacted and said, oh, I'm just wondering where my t-shirt is, I'll just sort of say, oh, there are delays, and everyone's like, oh, I understand, I just wanted to check it had definitely gone through and things like that. So everyone's been really understanding if there are delays.
Good. That's cool. Have you had any issues then? No issues with sort of your supply chain, getting materials and all that kind of stuff?
No, well, I've been quite lucky because we had quite a lot of stock arrive just before this all happened, and nothing comes from China or anything. But although a lot of places around the world are having issues, so the biggest issue is actually that there were new products that I've wanted to develop for quite a long time. And I was really ready to kind of really get going with those. And some of the manufacturers there are currently sort of closed down. So that's taking longer because, I'd wanted to get those in for the summer, and now it's going to be a bit delayed. But, I've still luckily got enough stock. And I have some new stock arriving soon as well. So, of the t-shirts, so stock wise, luckily that's been okay. I mean, I did notice end of March, sort of straight after the lockdown was announced, my sales fell off a cliff. It really quietened down for those first two. I'd say the last week in March, first 2 weeks of April were really, really quiet sales wise. I think everyone was just sort of getting their head around what was going on and worried about money, and people weren't shopping. But in the last few weeks it's really picked up, so I feel like it's kind of getting back to normal.
Cool. What are the new products? Are they just new designs, or are they practically new?
No, they're all new, totally new products. I'm planning to do matching baby t-shirts, which I've wanted to do for so long, which have little matching slogans. I've not revealed this anywhere, so here's the exclusive.
There we go.
So I've got a t-shirt that says winging it. So I'm going to have a baby one that says milking it. And then, I've got one that says love. And then the baby one says little love. I'm hoping to try and do some to go with the sweatshirts as well. So I'm working on those. But I want to make sure that they're right and get the material and everything right. So it's taken longer to do than I'd planned.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all businesses now starting to move to digital. So is this a positive thing for e-commerce stores like yourself, or would it be detrimental?
don't know. I guess it probably means there'll be more competition with people moving online. So maybe it could be in that way. I mean, I've been totally online, but I also think there's going to be even more and more people shopping online. So it could obviously be a good thing in that way, because I think everyone's getting so used to now shopping online that it's just going to become even more the norm than it already was. So yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I'm feeling quite lucky to have been able to get through this without being too badly affected, not had to get rid of anyone and not had to furlough or anything. So I think going forward, this crisis, if you're in digital, you're probably in a good industry to be in. We're probably quite lucky, anyone that works in this, because I think things are just going to grow and develop, and we'll see more technology like Zoom and things like that developing, I'm sure, in the future too.
Indeed. And then obviously you've always been e-commerce, like you said. Do you feel like maybe you've got a bit of a head start?
Yeah, I think I'm glad that I started 2 years ago, because I think that it allowed me to kind of build up to where I am now. I think, although in some ways, yes, now is a good time to get into digital because everyone's online. At the same time, because so many people are into it, then, you know, you're going to be a very small fish in a big pond if you haven't already built up a following. Like, I was quite lucky, for example, with Instagram 2 years ago. It was a lot easier to grow and to get bigger organically. Now I do find it's much harder to grow organically in social media. So I feel like things that I luckily started 2 years ago have now built up and are now ticking over. But I think if I started them now, it would have been a lot harder.
What is the competition like for your kind of products?
Well, I mean, there are other breastfeeding clothing companies out there. Our design is unique. It's my design. I own the design right, so it's protected to me, so nobody else can sell this exact product, which is one good thing. But there are other breastfeeding clothing companies out there, but they're all quite small. Like me, we're all kind of independent brands. There isn't a huge sort of big player that we're all trying to fight against. And I think that's quite nice in a way, because actually I know a lot of the other brands, and we contact and we've done giveaways together, and, you know, actually we kind of support each other, because I feel like anyone, if we can offer more things to breastfeeding mums, you know, they'll need more than one top, so they can buy one from me and one from, you know, another store or another online company and have a whole range. So I don't feel like there's a huge, like, we're all really competitive.
Okay. So like in terms of the future of e-commerce in your specific sort of product, which is quite niche, how do you see that changing post-lockdown, post-pandemic?
I think we'll probably see more companies, more people doing, starting up, sort of either breastfeeding fashion. I've already seen a lot in the last 2 years since I started, so I think we might see more. So I'd say the competition might get bigger in that way. So, but I'm, you know, because I did start, as I said, 2 years ago, I'm now looking further afield. I'm looking into the US market as well as the UK, and I've got the trademark for there. And so I'm kind of now starting to think, right, well, let's grow further. And I'm also planning to expand into other products that aren't just breastfeeding. So I'm kind of now finding ways to adapt. And I think it's good to have got that starting point. So even if there's other competition, hopefully I'll always be able to have something slightly different.
I'll tell you what, though, Laura, if there is that baby boom that they're thinking we might have in 9 months' time, you're going to be all right.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's why I'm planning. I'm working on a whole range of baby products at the moment. So there'll be baby swaddles and baby sleeping bags. I'm looking at bibs. So I'm planning to do it all. And obviously with mother care closing down and things like that, we don't really have a big baby store anymore, which is good for me, which is good for any company really that does baby products. Because now people are definitely going to go online for those a lot more. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best. It sounds like you're doing great stuff, and unfortunately we've just run out of time for today, but we'd love to have you back sometime. Just can you just tell us where people can find you on socials? Where are you kind of most active? Where do you sit?
Well, either Instagram or Facebook, either, but probably Instagram's easier. we're just at the Milky Tea Co, and it's TWE like a t-shirt. So at the Milky Tea Co, or my website's themilkyteacompany.com.
Brilliant. And that's where we can find everything about you. Well, that's great. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a
Thanks for
pleasure
having
talking to you. And all the best, and see you on the other side of this crazy lockdown.
Thank you.
Take care, Lauren. Thank you for coming on.
Bye.
Bye, Lauren. Bye-bye.